What is intrinsic motivation at work and why is it important? Welcome back guys, this is Victoria from PsychHunt. Today in this video we're going to talk about the science of motivation. What is intrinsic motivation and why it is important? So motivation plays a big role in the workplace context. Does extra compensation makes you give higher results? Is getting promoted going to push you to achieve greater results? So the answers to these questions are complicated, so is the motivation. So in order to define what intrinsic motivation is, you first need to understand what extrinsic motivation is. So let's start with these two main definitions. Extrinsic motivation. What is extrinsic motivation? Extrinsic motivation happens when you're doing certain behavior because you will gain external reward for it. For example, you don't really like your job, but you're simply doing it because you will get salary and bonuses. Or you're staying late at work to finalize a task because you will gain a recognition and appreciation from your manager and your coworkers. So all those things are external motivators. Any reason you are doing some behavior other than the pure joy of doing it. And here comes intrinsic motivation into play. What is intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation happens when you're doing some activities purely because you enjoy doing it. So you simply experience joy and pleasure while doing these activities, and this comes within you. It's part of your identity, and you're simply satisfied while doing these activities, and in the same time you don't necessarily expect anything in return. For example, you're mentoring some colleagues at your workplace. You're not getting extra paid for it, but you'd still do it because you just enjoy it. In the same time, any reason that you're doing some behaviors without expecting anything in return is intrinsic factors or intrinsic motivator. And why are we talking about all this? Intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, and why is it so important for our work context? The research studies have shown that extrinsic motivators like the paycheck, benefits, bonuses can motivate people to a certain point, however, for short periods of time. On the other hand, intrinsic motivators and intrinsic factors were the main drivers for the quality of the performance of the employees. That said, we can definitely use the science of motivation to create changes in our work setting on different levels. Talking from executive point of view and from a management perspective, you can use this motivation science in order to understand what really motivates your employees and how you can use this in order to create better performance, productivity, and at the same time profitability of your organization. From the recruitment point of view, it's really important that you understand what motivates your candidates to change a job, to join your company, and how to respond to it. For example, does somebody like to change because of higher salary, or somebody likes to change because they want to work with certain technologies and they want to be involved in a specific project? From the HR perspective, it's important to understand what really motivates your individual employees to stay in your company and to keep the high level of performance. So will someone be more motivated if they receive a promotion, or someone will be more motivated if they change a project or if they change a team? As you can see, there is no one-size-fits-all approach. However, it's crucial to mention that companies need to understand that not only extrinsic factors such as giving higher bonuses can motivate employees. However, intrinsic factors are also important. So sometimes organizations should pay more attention to other factors like what about the team atmosphere, work culture, what about giving value and meaning in the job, and all these related factors. Thank you very much guys for watching this video to the very end. And my question for you today is, what motivates you more to do your job? Is it extrinsic or intrinsic factors?